something has gone wrong in my shop. I went in to get my tool belt this morning and I found this. I don't know if somebody's pranking me or if the paranormal found the Cave of Wonders, but it doesn't matter because I've got big work to do. Let's see if we can make it happen with small tools. And check this. Stick around to the end of the video and I'll tell you how to enter to win. We're going to give this little tool belt and all these little gizmos away, and maybe they'll get you out of a jam sometime if you win them. A crescent wrench, a little one, probably specializes only in bolts and fasteners that are smaller than your patience. Vice grip. Huh. You know, a blacksmith can never have too many vices, and maybe a mechanic can never have too many vice grips. I don't know. Huh. A pocket-sized Burke bar. Works as a pry, works as a hammer. Gotta have it. All right, an adolescent crescent wrench, complete with a partially insulating handle. Okay, three-cornered file for getting into those sharp places and for smoothing up your toenails if you can still reach them. I'm having trouble with that. All right, now here, that is cute and probably semi-worthless. We'll see if we can find, that is ostensibly a Damascus knife. Now, clearly that's not Damascus, but it's sharp enough to leave a mark. A Gurkha blade. All right, now this, yeah, I guess technically that's a hammer. And I guess if to a man with a hammer everything looks like a nail, to a man with his hammer everything looks like a toothpick maybe, but I can see that might hang a picture if you had to hang a picture. All right, now I was around when cordless drill drivers first came out. And much like those original ones, I think this little baby guy would take 45 minutes to charge and 12 seconds to drain. All right, now this is technically a saw. Save it for pruning season, right? I mean, that would be useful if you're an arborist up a tree. And aside from that, probably all it's going to do is draw some blood out of your knuckles if you're not paying attention. But yeah, I mean, it's the right color. Gotta love that. Okay, now this, my friends, is absolutely useful. Hang that from your keychain, hang that from your nose ring if you've got a nose ring, and you'll always know how far it is to the table, right? 3 feet. Sometimes 3 feet's a dimension you got to figure out. We have one more. Now that, who can criticize that? Nobody can criticize that. A straight slot screwdriver small enough that you can bear right down and not slip right off. And so there you have it. Now I don't know who out there besides my grandson Cyrus, to whom this belongs, could wrap this. Oh, there's a carpenter's pencil, full size. Wait, what's in here? What is this? Oh yes, tips and a magnetic tip holder for the 12-second discharge, just in case you need it. But Cyrus has graciously loaned me his tool bag. He's let me know he wants it back when I'm done, clean if I can manage it. But let's go see if we can get some work done with this little collection of tools and toys. All right, before we go get stuff done, got to make sure my pencil's sharp enough to mark. Wow, it'll even scrape the wood a little bit, and it definitely will bring the graphite to a needle point. And then being fastidious by nature, let's make sure our fingernails are nice and clean for the camera. And always put your tools back, boys and girls. Put that right in there. Snap lock for safety. Boom, let's do the same thing with the cleaver. And we will go take care of some long overdue chores. I'm really curious to see if this is actually useful or if it's just good looking. I mean, some of us are like that, right? But I haven't put the top on this little J-box yet from replacing this blower on the forge. So let's just see if this will actually do anything worthwhile. Look at that. Faster than by hand. Not very fast, but it does it. Okay, that's a win. Okay, it's got a USB-C port on the bottom. You can plug it with the same cord you use to plug your camera into if that's what you're plagued with. But it turns, it does it. It's something that you can fit it in your pocket. I mean, in your pocket. Concealed carry works with this thing. So I would say this is a qualified win and an actual tool. All right, I need a 12-inch piece. Fortunately, I've got a tape measure. Fortunately, I don't need a 38-inch piece. Bam. Crow's foot. Instant rewind. There we go. Let's see if this thing will work. Got a safety. Right there, or right there. All right, leave the line. Wow. There we go. Off to the races. And that, my friends, is definitely an acquired taste. But it did it. Better for pruning than construction. Let's see what this does on a 3/8. Okay, that's loose. Look at that. Sure hate to break that bolt off. There we go. 4-inch crescent. Better than nothing. All right, we're going to see if this will drive a nail. We have 4 different nails from easiest to hardest. Let's start here on the 8. Oh, look at that. Nothing to it. Drop down to this. Oh, yep, bend it over. Yes. Oh, all right, let's try this. 2 out of 3, and now the 16-penny sinker. We're getting the hang of it. Boom, boom. All right, one more little drill here. Let's run another one of these little 1.5 in. Let's clinch that. And let's see if this mini Burke bar, where did I put that? Let's see if I can drive that with the striking end of this. Oh, this is an acquired taste, too. Well, let me cheat a little. Get it down there further. Let's see if this little mini Burke bar will do something in reverse. Maybe I'm asking too much. What do you think? Oh, look at that. Give me a lever and a fulcrum and a place to stand, and we will tear apart a piece of Western red cedar. There you go. Carry it in your pocket. Tear something apart. MacGyver would be glad to have it. So let's imagine that we've got to run a 1/2-inch nut onto a 1/2-inch bolt, and we find that, oh, the threads are marred and it doesn't want to go. No problem. We got a 3-cornered file. Let's see if we can clean these threads. Let's hold this thing with our handy dandy vice grip. Let's see if that's any better. There it goes. 3-cornered file, vice grip, and if you want to snug it right down on your 4-inch crescent won't do it. That one will. Gonna get this hot and go right to my little anvil. Ready? Well, that's it, and congratulations for sticking with us. And like we said, we're going to give these things away. So you go to the link, you see that link, go there, fill out the information, mostly your email address, so we know how to get in touch with you, and then we'll draw somebody's lucky name, and you're going to get this little handful of tools. We've done a lot of videos on tools around here. Oh, now one thing, we're not giving away that anvil. That anvil was sent to me by a good friend, and I got to keep that, boys. I got to keep it. You understand. But anyway, we've done a lot of videos on tools. One of our first videos was my top 10 favorite tools. We've done the 5 tools you should throw away. We've done the 5 or 6 tools that'll get you out of a jam. We've talked about tools, we like tools, we use tools, and so do you. And just wrapping this up, to those of you in the Essential Craftsman Academy, when we get together next Thursday in that Zoom meeting, Don't bust my chops too hard for all of this, will you? Thanks for watching Essential Craftsman, and keep up the good work.